Starbase City. Elon Musk, SpaceX Mars portal. Elon Musk owns a city? What? Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I don't have tea today, but hopefully you do. Maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out as we talk about space, SpaceX, Starlink, and maybe a little bit of Linux and a lot of tech. Today we're going to be talking about Starbase City. Yep, Starbase is now a city. Elon Musk is the owner of a Texas city, which is absolutely crazy. I was reading a few articles about this. You know, you always have like the naysayers and you have people that are absolutely on the other side that think it's like the best thing since sliced bread. And I want to talk to you guys about it a little bit today. So I think it's very interesting and it might change the dynamic of what goes on over there at Space Base and possibly even the speed in which things happen. And of course, you're going to find the naysayers. They're going to say it's the worst thing, absolute worst thing, from the economy to the ecology. Of course, that's how it works. So I want to go through a couple of articles here. I just kind of piecemealed them together just so you get an idea of what's going on. And then I'll give you my commentary, what I think about all this. But most importantly, I want to hear what you think about it down below. If you don't want to put something down there, I understand. Some people are a little bit shy. Just put like an emoji down there and I'll be happy with that. If you get any value in this or if you find it entertaining, throw the video a thumbs up. That's always helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not, if you are, thank you. I appreciate that. Click this little notification button over here so when I go live when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately, if not sooner, if YouTube does its job. There's a thanks button. You can click on that, give $1 or $2 if you like. If not, it's perfectly fine. Consider becoming a member of the channel. That would be even better. And finally, if you want more SpaceX Starlink specific content, I have about 470 videos I've put together over the last 48 months just for you. I'll put a link here. Don't click on it yet. When you're done watching this video, click over there. And once again, you'll find a whole bunch, 470 videos of helpful how-tos, tips, tricks, what to do, what not to do, what to buy, what not to buy. And of course, the why behind all of it, because this channel has always been and always will be about the what, the why. So let's get into this article. A city born from rockets. On May 3rd, 2025, a small stretch of South Texas became the city of Starbase. Residents near SpaceX's rocket facility voted 212 to 6 to incorporate a 1.6 square mile area as an official city. Who were the 6 naysayers? They will be fired. Elon Musk, the company's CEO, hailed the move on X, declaring Starbase a true city. Most of the 283 voters work for SpaceX, and the new mayor, Bobby Pendon, is a SpaceX vice president. Of course. Who are those, once again, 6 naysayers? Because they're not going to be working at SpaceX, I don't think, for too much longer. I don't know. This isn't a mere name change. It's Musk's bold plan to create a community dedicated to building Starship, the rocket meant to take humans to Mars. Starbase is woven into SpaceX's mission. The company owns nearly all the land and employs over 3,000 workers, driving an economy worth more than $100 million. By forming a city, SpaceX can oversee housing and services for its workforce, keeping the Starship program on track. With its own city council and tax authority, Starbase is designed to support the company's relentless push towards space exploration, from launch pads to local roads. Shadows of corporate control. Not everyone is on board. Critics fear Starbase could become Elon Musk's personal stronghold, with SpaceX dominating local decisions. County officials point to restricted beach access, a sore spot after years of launch-related closures. Environmental groups highlight SpaceX's recent EPA fines for wastewater spills, warning the city might favor industry over ecosystems. Now, I don't know if that's actually true. You might need to take this with a grain of salt, because if I remember correctly, the EPA looked at that wastewater spill and come to find out the water that was used for the deluge system was drinking water. Not even potable water, actually drinking water. I don't know if that fine ever went through. Anyways, it continues. There's also concern about Starbase turning into a company town where residents' priorities rank below corporate goals. A launchpad for dreams. But Starbase is more than just a corporate experiment. It's a beacon of possibility. The city has already created thousands of jobs, transforming a quiet Texas region into a hub of space innovation. Musk's vision is audacious. Yes, it is. A community where rocket engineers and everyday families build a future together. Starbase could become a model for a city that embraces bold ideas, blending cutting-edge technology with small-town life. That'd be interesting. As rockets rise from the launchpad, Starbase stands as a testament to what's possible when ambition meets action. For now, it's a Texas town with stars in its sights, and you can bet the local diner is already sketching out a menu with a Martian twist. I'm sure it is. You know, this is really interesting to me because, yes, Elon Musk now owns a city, Starbase City. And it, I think, will help him when it comes to everything that's involved in the area, road closures and just everything. Because for a while there, they had to make sure that beach access wasn't being encroached on when they're launching the rockets, so a piece or a chunk doesn't land on someone or something crazy, right? So there's a lot more things that they have to be aware of. Whereas if they have that 1.6 square miles locked down, they don't really have to worry about it as much anymore. Of course, the naysayers are going to complain about the ecosystem and, anything that has to do with ecology and the ferns and possibly a fish that gets killed or something, because that's what they do, because they don't see the bigger picture. So I think that this is really interesting with Starbase housing 300 people, let's say, and over 3,000 working there in totality, but 300 people is still a lot of people that are going to be in this city, let's call it, where families will be living there. That's going to be a small town, right? So I'm sure they'll have medics there. What I did find out is they currently do not have a city police. Maybe they need to take one of the other VPs over there, vice presidents, and have him become the sheriff in town. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. You look at it this way. Orlando here in Florida is a city, but then a city within a city is Disney. And Disney actually has its own police department. It has its own hospitals. It has its own everything, its own ecosystem, let's call it. All right. And it is run almost like the county store. And that's just how it is. And this has been going on here in Florida forever. So I don't see a problem with this. It's small, 1.6 square miles. It's not really that big. It's big enough, but it's not like Disney. That is huge, massive. Anyways, I also found out that they were working on a city seal, the little logo, the seal, and it's going to have like stars in it. And of course, the starship launching and everything. I thought that that was kind of cool. The other thing that I found was they're working on a Starbase stargazing festival where everyone could go to Starbase into the city. Maybe they'll actually have like a big hotel there or a couple. That'd be kind of cool. They could actually go there and do this stargazing right from Starbase. That would be a really cool tourist-like thing, kind of like a Area 51, but you actually can't go there. But with this, you actually can and see these massive structures. I think it'd be kind of neat, right? So once again, they're working on that, the Starbase Stargazing Festival. So stay tuned for that. The other thing was they're going to be starting a school, maybe a private school system there. And it's going to focus on STEM. And that makes sense because you're going to be dealing with science, technology, mathematics, of course, mathematics and engineering, the STEM idea. That is exactly the people that you want to come out of the Starbase City. Who knows? Maybe you're actually breeding the next Elon Musk in these private schools, these STEM schools, because once again, they are focusing on what Starbase is all about: the science, technology, engineering, and of course, mathematics, lots of mathematics. So that is, I think, very positive in my personal opinion. And the reason being is, when you look at schools today, schools in America are so lackluster in comparison to European schools, to Asian schools, schools just about anywhere. Our schools are ranked so low, it is disgusting. A ninth grader is actually at a level of about a sixth to seventh grader as of today when it comes to mathematics and reading. I mean, that is just obscene to me, absolutely obscene. I wrote down a couple of figures here. Check this out. In reading, about 30% of the kids are proficient. 30%. And that is not for complex reading. That is just basic reading. 30% proficient. That means 70% of our kids are not proficient in reading. That is horrific, absolutely horrible. And when it comes to math, only 25% are proficient. 25%, 75 are not. And even worse, 40% lack basic math skills. Like, what is that? 40% basic math skills. That's like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We're not talking about complex math, trig, calculus, all the rest, right? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about basic math. 40% are not proficient. 25% are out of the entire totality. 75% are just. This is why my wife and myself have been proponents of homeschooling. And the reason being is the schools in the US are absolutely horrific. They are horrible. They are indoctrination locations in comparison to learning locations. The problem is schools here in America teach you how to memorize. They do not teach you how to learn. And the problem is all the things that you memorize today that are fact, according to what they say they are fallacy within 5 years, 10 years, or maybe a little bit longer, maybe less. So your kids are memorizing stuff that in the future will most likely just be fallacies anyways. So the idea is you need to teach the kids how to learn. Learn how to learn. But the schools do not teach the kids how to learn anymore. Once again, it's just how to take tests and how to memorize stuff. And that is it. How to regurgitate facts that once again will eventually become fallacy. In my personal opinion, I think this is a great thing going on over there with Elon Musk and his Starbase City. I want to see it turn into something spectacular, something that could be modeled and then taken to Mars, because maybe that's what they do with it. They try to model the city into something that will be representative of what could be on Mars. Because remember, once we get a bunch of people on Mars, maybe even 300 like Starbase has, once you have those 300 people, you have to have rules in place. You have to have regulations. You have to have some type of order of a semblance. If not, anarchy will ensue and there will be death. And that's just the way it is. So there needs to be something, and maybe this will be the model for Mars. I think it'd be interesting to see. Anyways, what do you think about all this? I'm excited about it. There's going to be, once again, the naysayers that will hate it, and maybe one of you guys are too. Down below, tell me why you don't like it, and then down below, tell me why you think it is good. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this or find it entertaining, throw the video a thumbs up like I said before, and don't forget to head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all my merch and my teas and my books and everything else over there. Pick something up. Help support me and my family. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, and we'll see you on Starbase maybe soon. Take care, guys.